What is going on, Nebby Gang? It's Sleepy Walnala, and welcome to a brand new video, of at least on my channel. We're rocking theme teams now. For this theme team, we had the Violet Paradox Pokemon. All these battles are being done against my friend Nuz. Links are in the description below, as well as the teams I will be using in this video. I believe I have 2 battles set up. But he sends out Spidops first. I lead up off with my Shiny Iron Treads, aka Motor. Because I figured he was just going to have Sticky Web, so I go for the Stealth Rock immediately. Yeah. So, yeah, I get up my rocks. I'm pretty sure I'm a Jolly Nature. Sleepy will put it on screen somewhere. But yeah, as I predicted, he sets up Sticky Webs. He doesn't know I am running Rapid Spin, though, on this Pokemon. And if you guys don't know about Rapid Spin, not only does it get rid of hazards on your end, it also gives you a +1 speed, so I just go for that to get an extra speed buff. He sees that, goes for a lunge, I guess just to do chip damage or expecting me to switch out. My attack fell, that's not good, but I'm also rocking the lefty, so that I'm pretty much undid the damage he did, in a way. He also has leftovers, which is kind of weird. I thought he was going to be running Focus Sash in case I had like a fire-type move. I decided to go for the, I'm pretty sure, I went for knockoff here. Just so I can get rid of his leftovers, because him constantly healing over and over will be kind of an issue for me. But here I'm thinking maybe he'll switch out. And who knows, maybe he'll go into his Goldingo that he has into the back, thinking I'm going for an Iron Head. And he stays in, which is very cool to me. He says he sees this as an opportunity to try to keep up the webs, thinking he can swap me out, even though I'm an Iron Treads and my stats are amazing. Using leftovers, yeah, there we go. I just went for the Iron Head here, and this scared him to get swapped out. And this time he actually did go into Goldingo, predicting my Iron Head. Which, honestly, really good read. But even, I think guaranteed he doesn't one-shot me here. So I think he's forced to go for a Nasty Plot. Because I think that's what he's running on this. I think he's running Make It Rain and then Nasty Plot. We go for the knockoff here. Just so we can see what his item is. Because, if anything, I feel like this, it's either choiced or it's leftovers. It is indeed not leftovers, but a Focus Sash. So he was scared of getting the one-shot, even though Spidops was the lead. But he did get a Nasty Plot off, but it kind of doesn't matter, because I outspeed. I don't think Goldingo would ever outspeed an Iron Treads, especially if it's a Jolly Nature, so we just knock off again to kill it. We got that crit. I don't think that crit mattered, but it's there. Iron Tread. So far, Iron Treads is putting in some really good work. I think he only swapped into Goldingo thinking I'll go for a Rapid Spin again. And would have been a good predict, but it was a good prediction nonetheless, because I only got a little chip damage off of a Iron Head. And I can't status it, so that's really good to have that. He then sends out Spore, the Shiny Breloom. Now, when I first saw this thing come out, I was like, okay, it's probably going to hit me with Spore. Okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay. Ow. I'm sorry, I hit my desk. But yeah, here comes the Rapid Spin, just so we can get rid of the webs on my end. Because he can't set up webs. He can't set up webs anymore. Unless he gets in on a really good swap in. He ends up putting me to sleep, like I think, so I just decided to stay in and get rid of the webs. Now, so he is Poison Heal as well, because that's a Toxic Orb. And I don't see any other reason for a Breloom to run a Toxic Orb. So I'm like, what is this set? I just stay in to check out what he's doing, which is probably a mistake on my end, because he goes for a Substitute. Once he did Substitute, I knew exactly what set this is. This set is Substitute, Spore, Leech Seed, and Focus Punch. Leech Seed and Substitute, well, Leech Seed to keep himself healthy, Poison Heal to keep himself healthy, Substitute so he can hide behind a sub and not take damage, Spore to put Pokemon to sleep, and then Focus Punch so he guarantees a hit on something. This is bad. Because if I knew this beforehand, I probably would have swapped out on the Spore. Or actually no, on the substitute. I'm thinking about who do I go in here. I swap in Bug Zapper just to see how much damage a Focus Punch would do, and boy, was that a mistake, because Bug Zapper cannot take hits, apparently. He charges up a Focus Punch. This is Stab, but I also resist it. This is a guaranteed Focus Punch for him, though. So, yeet, and Focus Punch does 2/3 of my health, and I'm like, okay, Jesus. He gets back to full health. I debate on switching out again, but I was like, no, there's kind of no worth it, because it kind of it just destroys the rest of my team. So I decided to stay in with Bug Zapper just to sack it off and hit it with a Fiery Dance. Just so I can break the sub and then guarantee outspeed with something else when I swap in, because Breloom's not that fast. So, at least against my team, it's not that fast. So, we break the sub. Unfortunately, we get the special attack boost. That's not going to help us. And we go down to a Focus Punch. Well, another Focus Punch. Which is fine. We are 1-1 right now. And I decided to swap in Drac, the Iron Valiant. These are all these Pokemon are shining, by the way. Because I guarantee with the set I'm running, I'm pretty sure Drac outspeeds this thing, so I go straight for Moonblast, not messing around. Because he doesn't have a chance to set up a sub again, because he doesn't outspeed me, because Drac has insane speed. But, yeah, here we go. It does really good damage. It OHKOs, so I like that. We got rid of the sub-Focus Punch Pokemon. It does reveal that I'm running Life Orb, so that was going to guarantee OHKO anyway. If I remember correctly, I am running max speed, max special attack, and the rest in attack, because I have close combat. He sends out Captain K. Now this is an issue. Because this thing can hit really hard with a Hurricane. And I don't think Drake can live a Hurricane. So I debate on switching. I debated on staying in and hitting it with a Thunderbolt. But I'm like, maybe it has Volt Absorb and that would just be a waste. So I decided to swap into .J here. The Mecha Godzilla himself, Iron Thorns. And maybe get a free Dragon Dance up or something. Because I think I could scare this thing out. But it also reveals we have booster energy. This is going to be really nice. It raises my attack, so I'll OHKO this thing. It goes for Tailwind, which I didn't expect it to have, but then it realizes that it has Wind Power instead of Volt Absorb. So that's scary. I decided to stay in anyway, because it can't frighten me. I go for a Dragon Dance. It goes for a Protect, so that's an excellent read. So we get a free +1 in speed and attack. Now this for sure scares the Kilowattrel because it doesn't outspeed anymore. I'll let you know, I think it still guarantees an outspeed. But I get to stay in and go for a Rock Slide anyway. Just, predicting something that will come out. And yeah, as I thought, it swaps out. And it goes into Spidops. So Spidops is dead here. Because this is a +1 Rock Slide. And it's Stab. So yeah, you're dying. And never mind the fact that it took Stealth Rock damage. These Stealth Rocks are basically just God tier. And now sets out the Palafin. Right now it's a little eeny beeny dolphin thing. But once it swaps out thanks to its ability and swaps back in, it'll be the big hero dolphin. So I don't want to risk that. I decided just go for a Thunder Punch. He flip turns and gets out of there with Palafin, as you should. And I believe he sends back in Captain K here. Don't know why, but he does. I'm assuming it's just a sack off so he can bring back in a Palafin. Because I think the Palafin is choiced. Choice Scarfed specifically, to be honest with you. But the Tailwind is out. And I think he just sends back in Palafin here. Yep. And it's a shiny Palafin. And now he's a hero. Look at him. I decided to just it's not even worth swapping anybody into this because Bug Zapper is dead. And Bug Zapper was kind of the Pokemon I had for this. And he just goes for Jet Punch. It kills Dot J, it doesn't Oko. And we decide on swapping. I wanted to send out Iron Jugulus for this battle, but no. So we sent out Ski Man to be safer, because we can outspeed this thing and kill it with a Freeze Dry. This also reveals my other booster energy. That boosts my special attack and not my speed. But yeah, I was debating on Terrestrializing, but I think a Freeze Dry no matter what kills. It goes for a Jet Punch again, so this convinces me that he's Choice Scarfed. So I go for a Freeze Dry, and like I thought, it just kills. So perfect. Get that thing out of the way, because that's a very scary Pokemon under Choice Scarf and Tailwind. And he sends out his final mon being the Iron Moth. Honestly, he hasn't used his Terrestrialize yet, so I'm very concerned that this might be the Terrestrialized Pokemon, but what type would it be? I decided to stay in, hit it with a Hydro Pump. I was debating on Terrestrializing again, but I just went straight for the Hydro Pump, thinking it might just be like Poison or Fire. But as it turns out, he is Terrestrialized Grass Iron Moth. That tells me he has a Grass move. That just tells me he has a Grass move, and he does as he eats this Hydro Pump. And hits me with a stab boosted Energy Ball. That's great. So Ski Man dies here, because Ski Man was not going to take that either way. And he also has leftovers. So I think it would have been better, because I was debating on switching in Iron Jugulus again, but I just wanted to go straight for the win here, for the win con, and go straight back into Drac, because Drac can just outspeed and kill this thing. And since he wants to Terrestrialize, I'll also Terrestrialize here. And you guys might be wondering, why am I why am I Terra Electric? That's just for T-Bolt. Because it already can do major damage with Moonblast in close combat. I just need a stronger non-stab move, so I opted to do Thunderbolt over Psyshock. So I Terrestrialize just to show off that I still have my Terrestrialize 2 or on probably my strongest Pokemon. So we just do this and we just Moonblast it to get the kill. That is the first battle and we win. Yeah. And with that, I shall see you guys in the next battle. Alright, we're moving on to the second and final battle of this video. I decided to swap my team up a little bit, not bring Iron Treads this time so that way you guys can see all the Pokemon. I swapped out Iron Treads for Iron Hands this one, so you guys get to see what he does later on in this battle. We decided to lead off with Iron Moth here, just to go for a Fiery Dance and hope for a special attack boost, and so we can just prevent the webs, because we're guaranteed outspeed. So, yeah. There goes Spidops, already dead. We didn't get the special attack boost, unfortunately. So, Captain K comes out, and I just opt to go for the Terra Fiery Dance here. And hopefully, I hope that would kill. Because Because I guarantee you, without a special attack boost, we weren't gonna kill a watch roll anyway. And for anything else that he has in the back, so we go for the Terra Fiery Dance. Just to find out that we needed the special attack boost to kill it with the boost. So he gets a Tailwind, which is bad. And he gets a free hit. Ow. He gets a free hit off of Thunderbolt. And that takes us to a third of our health, maybe. So we just go for another Terra Fiery Dance. We might lose our Terra Pokemon here, honestly, depending on what he brings out next. And yeah, that is Captain K down, but he still has 4 other mons that are equally scarier. At least on this team. We wait for him to make his decision. He sends out Chucky 4. Like, what is this Pokemon? He sends out its Mousehold, a House of 4. So I'm like, oh no, he brought this funny set, huh? He goes straight for the Population Bomb just to finish me off. Which obviously would finish me off. He used me twice to kill me. I opt to go for Screech here, just so you guys can see more of him in the video, cause you know he needs a turn. I go straight for Taunt for some reason. I thought he was gonna set up a Tidy Up, but no, he wasn't. So more importantly, this is more like a sack off Pokemon, cause he didn't get to do anything. I died to 7 hits of Population Bomb. Excuse me. But Tailwind is now done, so I can just send out Drac here and possibly kill this Mousehold. Or scare out anything else that comes in. He does switch, which I was kind of hoping he wouldn't do. But he sends out Armor Rouge. So I'm like, oh dear god, this thing is very tanky, so I need to, like, do something about it. Close Combat did pretty good damage, but now I'm sitting at -1 defenses. And now I have to switch. So I go into swap into .J here, hoping that he just doesn't attack me. I believe he just goes for, I think he goes our Armor Cannon here, just straight away. Obviously, we got our Booster Energy to activate our ability. And yeah, he goes straight for the Armor Cannon. I don't know why I'm so yawning today, excuse me. But yeah, that also lowers his defenses by 1 each. Here, I think maybe I can scare him out and get a free Dragon Dance off. But turns out he stays in, and I get my Dragon Dance off. But that means he has a move to hit me with, probably. And turns out he has Aura Sphere, which I didn't know Armor Rouge got, but now I do. So .J goes down in 1 hit, which is kind of bad. I'm deciding out of my 3 options of who I send in, go into, but I decided to go back in with Drac because he is at -1 special defense and defense. So I have Thunderbolt. I should have probably gone with Moonblast. It would have done more damage and killed, but I opted to go for Thunderbolt as a neutral option, hoping that would kill. And we're still waiting for him to pick a move. I was thinking he was spending all the time to switch out, but no, he was not. He was just choosing a move. And he went for Armor Cannon after living a -1 Thunderbolt. Well, a -1 on his end. But he went for another Armor Cannon. That kills me. Now he's at -2 for both stats. So I'm like, well, that sucks. I wanted to go into Iron Bundle to probably finish this, but I didn't want to take too much damage because he still has Mousehold in the back. So I decided to send in Iron Hands. I didn't give him a nickname, I'm sorry. We just go for fake out because we have that priority fake out. So my boop, that'll kill him. That crit for sure mattered, guaranteed. Crit always matters. And this is where things get kind of scary. At least, I don't even think at least for me, because he sends out Qianpao, which is one of the new legendaries. I like the new legendaries of this generation. I hope you guys do too. We should straight go for the Drain Punch. It goes for Ice Spinner, taking us down to, I believe, half. Yeah, a little under half. We go for Drain Punch, OHKO it, and get basically all that health back. So I think he only sent this out as a Sackmon because it can't do anything else. And then, as I forgot, like, previously, he still has Mouse Hold in the back, so he sends that back out. So I'm like, oh god, I'm actually probably going to lose this. See, look at Ski Man and whatnot. I just go for Drain Punch again to see what happens. He goes for a Population Bomb. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he stops at 8. So we get to kill it with a Drain Punch. That was turns out after the battle, I think he told me this was loaded dice. And not yeah, he told me this was a loaded dice mouse hold, so he could just get random number. But that was honestly very hype. His final Pokemon, Roaring Moon, Shiny Roaring Moon. I'm scared that it just sets up on me again. So I just check to see my Pokemon real quick, even though I checked them before. Go for a Drain Punch. He goes for Outrage and not D-Dance this time, which probably would have been the safer play. But now he's locked into Outrage, and he doesn't have a speed boost, as we saw in the last, no, he doesn't. But, yeah, no. But, yeah, he doesn't have a +1 in speed now, so he just gets OHKO'd by Ski Man here with Freeze Dry thanks to the Life Orb damage. And with that, GG's. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next Theme Team video. Bye-bye.